Alright guys, so we're back for part 2 of today's update. So I did say if anything significant happened, I would go ahead and cover it. And there's been some changes and some new things, so I want to go ahead and cover that. So what we got going on here, of course, if you haven't seen the other update, guys, there is a bunch of Christmas stuff. Now, the items will come in here. The Christmas door wreath, the Christmas lights, the snowman, and the garland, which still for some reason isn't showing up in here even though I own it, are skins you have to buy, okay? So you can only get them for a week. They're only going to be in there for a week, and you have to go ahead and grab them. Also, here's what the garland looks like. We'll take that light. Oh, we'll take the light off, and we'll place just the garland so you can get a picture of it there. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Now, they've also added a couple craftable Christmas items. So if you go into here, we now have a... they're not showing up. Weird. But anyways, we've got Get into the Holiday Spirit with a Christmas tree. 30 cloth and 500 wood. You can make a Christmas tree. If you go under build, is it gonna show up? No, it's not showing up. Okay, I don't know what that noise was. But anyways, there is a fireplace, which you can see here. And this fireplace is gorgeous. You cannot put things on it, unfortunately. I tried putting things on the mantle. You can't hang the lights on it. But you can put things on this little wooden part in front of it, as you can see with the little Pookie Bear here, which is pretty cool. Now, let's go ahead and grab a little bit of wood here. And furnace skins are in. As I mentioned, these are the 4 skins available. 3 skins, sorry. Boom. And as you can see, these actually light up in different parts. That one there. This one lights up top. And these skins are awesome. I really love them. And here's the Christmas tree. We'll get back to that in a second. What I wanted to look at here is showing you, to help with upkeep, they've added yet another row to the cupboard. Now, keep in mind, however, that you're going to have a lot of changes with this still. Helk said it's not done. He said, don't worry, don't freak out. We're still making a ton of adjustments to it. One of the other adjustments is any barricades attached to your building privilege will now no longer decay. Of course, you have to pay for their upkeep, but that means your high externals aren't going to decay, as well as your metal barricades. So what I want to show here is, well, you know, since barricades do decay, you know, that's a bit of a problem, right? So how are you going to be able to repair them? Well, what we'll do is damage this sucker a little bit. You'll see it's brought down. And, oh, we need to give it a cooldown there for a moment. Do I still have metal? I do. I think we actually also need blades here. Component and blades. And, okay, it's still being damaged, so let's give it a second here. Alright, we'll leave that for a second. But you can now repair barricades, okay? So that's the important part. We'll show proof of concept here in a second after that little cooldown happens on it there. As I mentioned before, you can no longer see through wooden walls and sheet metal walls. That is a thing. Now, there are Christmas ornaments for the Christmas tree. And you have to find these or trade for them, etc. So you can open up the tree, and you can go and put gingerbreads on. Now, if you try to put more than one, you can't. So, there it is with the gingerbread. So there's a couple little hanging around. Then, you can put on some little baubles. Then, you've got tinsel. Ooh, look at that tinsel. Then, we've got some little pine cone decorations, which you can see them there, and there, and there, which look really cool. The fancy little candy canes. Then you've got the Christmas lights. Look at that. And the most important of all, the star at the top. So it's actually cool that you kind of can make the tree, but then you've got to find the rest of this stuff. And I think that's really, really awesome. Let's go ahead and check out this barricade. Will you let us repair you now? Yep, there we go. So just took metal frags, no blades. That's awesome. Good, good, good. Now, moving on to how you get this Christmassy stuff. Now, there'll be stockings you can hang, and when the Christmas event runs, you'll hear all sorts of Santa bells going, and it's the same as the last year. You'll hear that sound, and your stockings will fill if you have any, and then presents will spawn around you. If usually about 2 per person is, I believe, what is the thing. I don't know if it's supposed to be about 2 per person or always 2. And there you go, you get your presents, right? Now, as I explained in the last video, presents stack. So 10 small presents make medium, 5 medium make a large, okay? So you can just click on them and you can hit upgrade that way. Now here's the loot table for the small. You can get 245 wood per, 125 stone per 35 metal, up to 3 candy bars, the new Candy Cane Club, an Ioka with 10 rounds, a Santa hat, a reindeer hat, the decorative pine cones, the gingerbread decoration, the plastic candy canes, or tinsel, okay? Then moving on to the medium presents, you can get 1,000 stone, 150 low grade, a Pookie Bear, a water pipe with 10 rounds, a salvage cleaver, a syringe, the small stocking, tinsel as well, decorative baubles, tree topper, and lights. The tree topper and lights are actually very rare drops. When I went through 100 presents, I only got 2 lights and 1 star. So just kind of give you an idea on that. Large present, you can get 20 high qual, 250 crude oil, the super stocking, a flame turret, a pumpy with 12 rounds, or a revolver with 20 rounds. So then, well, where do we get the rest of the stuff? Well, like I said, the stockings. So small stocking can net you 250 wood, 150 stone, 25 frags, a piece of coal if you're bad, 5 candy bars, a reindeer ears set, I think also the Santa hat, but I just didn't have one come up, so it's maybe hit and miss on that one, an Ioka with 10 rounds. And then the super stocking, 250 wood, 150 stone, 50 metal frags, coal, syringe, water pipe with 10 rounds, or the Ioka with 10 rounds. So again, maybe the hats, but I didn't really see them pop up on there, so I think those are only on the small stocking. But there you go, there's your Christmas loot tables right there. Now, another little change, there's been some working to the AIs. If animal behavior has seemed kind of weird to you lately, that's because it was off. They've gone ahead and done a lot of work over the past couple weeks, and now animals should act a lot better. Bears shouldn't run away like little babies unless they're down to their last health. So animals that are aggressive will keep attacking you until they get to their last bit of health, and then they'll run away. Other animals will be scared by your presence or by gunfire, depending on which animal it is, and they will take off. But animals now have a line of sight which you can break. And if you can get out of that line of sight, you can actually literally sneak up on them. And it still needs a little work there, but it's getting implemented. The other thing is, if you plant a garden and animals that are herbivores get hungry, they'll come and start eating your garden. So, I mean, you can kind of attract animals with a garden. At the same time, you might lose your food to them if you're not careful. Bears and wolves will also go after meat once again. So if you toss meat on the ground, they will go after it and sometimes stop chasing you. So that's kind of a good way to get rid of them. So that's a nice little update to the AI right there. Next up, a big change here. So people have said, well, now that you've nerfed honeycombing, we can't really build bases that are that safe. And guys, it's a work in progress. They're still working on it. And they added more upkeep. Like I said, barricades count towards upkeep. That means high externals, metal barricades, etc., etc. And that now doors and door frames count towards your upkeep as well. So with that, you know, we got the extra slot. They said right now they're going to have to like redo the cupboard to do something different, but for now it's the best they could do quick on notice. Well, they did something else for us now as well. They went ahead and played around with the health. Now you'll see that stone is still going to be 2C4. Come on, kaboom boom, kaboom boom. Now, sheet metal, used to be 2c4, just like stone. But you will see its health has been increased to 1,000 from 750, and now takes 4c4. Boom. And armored has been increased from 1,000 to 2,000, taking a whooping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Boom. So, armored has been way buffed, and with its cost reduction to being only high qual, that's pretty useful now. That's going to take a lot of C4 to get in there. You can build a base a lot more creatively and with a lot less upkeep now. Now, of course, Stonewall will still take its 4 rockets, as you'll see here. And some people really requested, they really wanted to kind of see all this, so that's why I'm just showing it to prove it. You know, if you just want to know the values, go ahead and skip through on the video. I know some people want to, some people don't. I'm trying to please everyone here. So there you go, 4 to take that down. As you would imagine, this is going to take 8 for the sheet metal. Now, of course, they still do splash damage, so, you know, if there's 4 walls, you can hit in between them. And get all 4 walls at once. Which is something, of course, you can't do with C4. So there you go, 8 rockets. Now, armored is gonna take 15. So I'm gonna speed this one up a little bit just so you guys can see. And 15. There we go. So guys, those are the big changes this week. I hope you guys have a happy holiday and enjoy that. Go check out my skin video. Go check out the first half of my video where I go a little more in depth of the Christmas stuff. And yeah, guys, we will see you next week for whatever update there is. May you have a happy holiday season. We will see you next time.